Hey guys, shut up for the night. So I'm going to do a quick video, which is going to be sort of another one of two I'm going to upload just now. One is about that vended earlier for the 40k event we had today, 40k Resurgence, which was awesome. I didn't do very well. I won one, lost one, and drew one, which I guess is kind of okay. But James Ogasakin won, which was awesome, using Starship Troopers Tyranids, which was brilliant. So you see me. I'm stood in front of this Warlord Games sign, which is new to Harlequins. We haven't had Warlord Games stuff in before. They've just relaunched their Bolt Action for Bolt Action 2. Excuse me. They've just relaunched Bolt Action 2 with the Band of Brothers starters. We don't have a lot of it left because we got our stuff in and it sold real quick. So we do have a little bit, but not very much. So if you do want to grab that, Harlequins Preston and Blackpool, we've got a little bit of stuff in still to pick up. So that's only the range. That's all we've got left out of everything we got. So that's the Bolt Action 2 stuff. We still have plenty of tank stuff. Now we're starting the OP for tanks soon. I'll run through that when I do the events in a minute. But that's the tanks dice we've got on the decals. Starter there, and all of those tanks in for that. So that's tanks. We've got all that stuff in there. We've got the Operation Red Veil in for Infinity, with some other Infinity stuff down there as well. We've got some War Machine and Hordes stuff in, rule books and the new starters and things, which are there and there. I don't know if you can see that very well through there. We've got some awesome new board games in as well, which I'm going to cover quickly before I do the events. So, first of all, me and Mark were having a discussion. Should we get Kane Klenko's Covert, or should we get Jeff Engelstein's Dragon and Flagon, which is behind there. I can't get it because I'm going to knock everything over, so I'm not going to do that. Dragon and Flagon and Covert, we couldn't decide. We got them both. They're both £45. We got them based off their reviews on Board Game Geek, I'll be honest. And they both got really good reviews, so that's awesome. We've got one each of those in. We've got Codenames Pictures, which is brand new, which is the new Codenames variant. I don't know if you played Codenames, which I have, is awesome. This is a picture variant. The original uses words. Which is there on the back of that. And then the other one we've got, which is Codenames Deep Undercover, which is there and has a parental advisory warning. So I suspect it's full of willies and boobs and other things like that. So yeah, but I haven't actually seen that one around. The words are slightly more sort of adult, I guess. Valley of the Kings Last Rites. Brilliant game, Valley of the Kings. Another one I've played, and this is multiple games I've played in one video, which is amazing. Basically, it's a deck building game with a few different bits and twists. That's the new expansion for it. It's called Last Rites. It lets you change up how you have your starter deck, which if you played Valley of the Kings, you'll know can get a little bit, sort of after multiple games, it gets a little bit samey, so that's that. Another game we played last night, Emma picked this up. It's called Ankh. It's kind of like Queen's Necklace, but easier, a lot quicker. It's only £7. A little quick, easy one there. That's a card game where you change the victory conditions as you're playing. A little bit like Flux as well. If you've played Flux, you'll know what I mean. You play a card, you draw a card, and you can change the victory conditions to try and score points first to 50. Dead easy, quick game, only £7. We've got, what have we got here? We've got Looters. This is another one that just came up on the quick, easy games list. Looters there. Don't know anything about that because these are just quick ones. Don't Mess with Cthulhu from Indie Board Games. That's it. I Hate Zombies. There's been quite a lot of zombie games again very recently. And then we come on to the big ones. These are the really big new releases for this week. This is Ticket to Ride Rails and Sails, not Rains and Snails, as I've been saying because I keep getting it wrong. It's £50, but it's a massive. You can see the thickness of that box. There's two new variants of Ticket to Ride in there. You get two maps. You get, I'll get this right. Where is it? There we go. It's Great Lakes and the World in that one, so that's really cool. And the other big release is Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. Now, I've seen this played, haven't played it, have played Pandemic, but I haven't played this. It's not Pandemic outbreaky type thing where you're beating back diseases, you're beating back cultists and trying to stop Cthulhu coming out of its domain. So Pandemic Cthulhu, and that's $42.50. And then we've got Imaginary, which is by Rocket Games, and this is at £18. So this was just a one coming up in lead up to Christmas. I know I shouldn't mention Christmas in September, but we have to think about it. Just a quick, easy looking sort of fun game there for that one. I don't think there's much else. There have been a few other bits and pieces have come in. So we got Big Trouble in Little China Legendary and Legendary Encounters Firefly. If you haven't grabbed those already, they're there. We've got a bunch of orc stuff on the second-hand shelf. I picked all these orcs up, and we've had quite a bit of interest. We have sold quite a few of them, but we've still got quite a lot left. There's Death Copters, Killer Cans, Death Dreads, there's all sorts, and then we've got some of the old metal ones as well. Black Reach orcs from that box. We've got the Dakar Jet, I think that's right. That's the Dakar Jet. And Mega Knobs, and there's some knobs. I like saying knobs, so I'm going to say knobs some more down there. And there's a full box of Orc Boys. I can't get the light probably, but that's down there as well. We've got some fantasy little bits and pieces in the second-hand shelf as well. There's some more orcs in there for that. And then we've got some Skaven on the fantasy shelf as well. There's a bunch of Skaven, so if you wanted to get into Skaven, this is a really cheap way of doing it for Age of Sigmar. They are on the old square bases, but who cares? It doesn't really matter. Warplock Giselles, Warp Lightning Cannons, Screaming Bells, all sorts of stuff on that list there. So that's that. I'm going to pan over here while I have a quick think about what's coming, what I'm doing. Oh, yes, Pokemon Mythical Collection. No, yes, Mythical Collection. There, Pikachu EX box up there. Mythical Collection Victini, which I think I showed on a different video, and the Elite Trainer box, the Pikachu one for Generations. These are very limited, so if you do Pokemon at all, collect or play or any of that, and you do want one of these, be quick getting down to Harlequins Preston or Blackpool, because there are not many of these and they won't get reprinted, so do get them. If you are a Pokemon player or collector, you will want one of those. Right, so that's that. I had a go on our new board that I showed in the previous video. You can tell it's quiet, can't you? Because nobody's here. Oh, it's so peaceful. So this is one of the new boards, and this is really good fun to play on. Me and Jonathan Whelan played a game on here last Monday, and it was great fun to play on it. It's a lot different. We didn't use the actual rules for the board because I'm not too sure they're very balanced. I'll be honest, it makes explosives better, which is scary for Tyranids like me. So yeah, so that's that. Right, now then, if you haven't seen them before on the previous videos, these are the sky ships for Kaladesh. Kaladesh is coming up this weekend. I'll run through that, the dates and times for that in a second. We have an Age of Sigmar League starting soon on there, and then I'm going to grab the calendar and I'll go through what we've got coming up. So, bear with me. We have an X-Wing Game Night kit on Tuesday, which will be in Preston, starting at 6:30, and then the next big thing after that is the Kaladesh pre-release, which is on Friday the 23rd in Preston only at midnight, and then on Saturday and Sunday the 24th and 5th in Preston and in Blackpool. There's 4 events over there and 5 over here, so that's on Saturday and Sunday. They start at 12, so you can get in the afternoon for those, and then there's another one again at 5:30 in both stores, so you can get there for those. On the Sunday the 25th, we've got a Game of Thrones Game Thrones 2nd Edition Game Night Kit. Oh, good grief, it gets harder to say stuff for that. Then on Tuesday the 27th of September, we have another X-Wing Game Night Kit. And then the last thing in September is the start of the tanks, which I showed earlier, the organised play for that, which Ben Graves is running for us. I don't know a great deal how that's going to work, but if you are interested, we don't have a lot of spots left, so you will have to get down and get one quick sharpish. That's that. And then the next thing over then is the 1st of October, which is a Saturday, is the Yu-Gi-Oh! WCQ in Preston, and the following week in Blackpool on Saturday the 8th of October. They're the big ones before we go to YCS Liverpool at the end of the month, so if you want to get some practice in, I suggest you get down for those, because that's going to be the last chance, big events you're going to get to go and practice your decks before you go to Liverpool, where we have been invited to trade. So we'll be there trading with one other vendor who I don't know who that is, but we'll be there selling all the singles, which are here. Oh, there we go. That's some of them. That's all the folders. We have lots. Now, for that, we're not allowed to sell single stuff, but we will be opening up a bunch of the new Kyber starter decks. So if you want them at the event, you will be able to pick them up, but it won't be the whole deck. It will just be the singles out of it, because we're not allowed to sell sealed product. So that's that. I'm going to sit here and make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I don't think I have. So please like and share and subscribe our videos. If you do want to see anything, please drop me a comment or message or anything else. You can find us on Facebook. Search Harlequins HQ. We're on Twitter, Harlequins Shop. Where else are we? On YouTube, Harlequins again. Everything's Harlequins, basically. You search Harlequins anywhere and you should find us. If you search Thomas Davis and add me as a friend, I'll happily accept your friend request. All you'll get is shop-related stuff. You won't get anything else. Please like, share and subscribe our videos, and we'll see you all again soon. Please take care, guys.